It's so simple that it won't require much time, it won't require much energy at all actually. We can do it anywhere, at any time. And the benefit is always that we become aware of body in the form of breathing. Particularly breathing, as I said earlier, helps us to understand that impermanence is taking place all the time. And then through that experience, then we will be able to, in time, detect all the changes that is occurring in one's body, sort of feelings or emotions that is occurring also. And then like that, to a point where we are able to detect various forms of change. That information out of that experience will be able to overcome fear, will be able to overcome anxiety, and there are forms of disasters that take place, tragedies that take place. It will not shock us, it will not surprise us, and we will be able to somehow accept all of these drastic changes, sort of a sunset, a sunrise, a change of weather, that we will not become fearful of it or confused about it, but we will just see that a change. And at the same time, who have not yet understood these facts, they will automatically feel some sense of wish, some sense of aspiration. They will also see what I see. Because the way I see things is in fact not scary. Maybe not pleasant, but somehow it's normal, it's tangible, it's understandable, it's relatable. And because of the way I see things, I feel composed, I feel calm, I feel that I can almost do anything. And then you would wish that the others would also feel the same. Because when others don't, automatically again there is some sort of like a consequence, some sort of like a repercussion, that because others' lack of awareness of acts like impermanence, it affects us on a, maybe not on a physical level, sometimes it does. For example, wars, man-made disasters, they often occur because lack of awareness. And so therefore, since we are dependent, as long as we are dependent in sharing this universe, this experience, this human existence, whatever changes that takes place, even though it may not be directly one's own doing, but still you can feel the effect on a physical level obviously. But more than that, one can feel it on a mental level, non-material level. And that is that then we feel pain within, one could say, almost in a form of suffering, one could say, that you cannot bear others, experiencing physical pain, mental pain, because somehow we know what that is like. We have been there, done that in a way. So therefore, we feel automatically that even though we may not have the ability, but somehow we feel that I want to do something about it. Those things will occur. Bodhicitta is about being good, being a good human being, being a decent human being to begin with. It's about relating to everyone on an equal level, in equanimity, of course. And then eventually, more than that, thinking others first, and then oneself coming second, and so on. In order to get there, first things first. First thing is the cat. So, first thing is about knowing oneself. It's almost like saying knowing the center of the universe in a way. Knowing oneself. Knowing where you are, knowing who you are, knowing what are your conditions, and so on. The more you become aware of it, the more we become aware of it, then we get closer and closer to understanding others, which is, we may have recited 1 million Om Mani Padme Hum, most of the time we are just focusing on something else, and we're just letting sort of our global ability to somehow play a track of a monetary home. You know? That's in the scripture that says if you complete a 1 million recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum, the 6 syllables, you will gain this samadhi, and that samadhi, this ability, and this merit, and you will be able to see in the dark, you will be able to walk on waters, you will be able to fly like a bird, and so on. And can we walk on water? Can we actually fly? No, we cannot. And then we are left confused, because we feel like I spent that many hours, that many days and weeks and so on, at the end nothing is happening. So time is ticking. Obstacles are sort of piling up. So then we become almost hopeless in a way. You know, we begin to lose a little bit of hope. We begin to lose a bit of inspiration. Oh, I will complete 100,000 of this and that, and 1 million of this and that. Those are just really and truly helpful guidelines. There's nothing more. The point is that we say 100,000 of this. It's just a guideline in a scope where hopefully by the time you reach 100,000, that you will become, at least your awareness will grow. You are able to appreciate drinking a cup of tea. You can appreciate its taste, its subtleties, its fragrance, everything. So therefore, first thing what we must do is do something that is not alarming at all, such as breathing. Nature, soon our level of awareness will grow. Then all the usual activities, practices that we do as a practitioner suddenly starts to make sense. Some of us may just know how to do 6 syllables, nothing more than that. First of all, we may not have time, we may not have the opportunity to do many things, but at least because of that practice of awareness, we will begin to appreciate the 6 syllables. A lack of awareness can be a big obstacle. All kinds of obstacles that we need to be afraid of in a way. Is in fact, I think, obstacle of lack of awareness. You know, awareness is extremely important. Only when we are aware or mindful, that's when we will realize what is happening in all aspects. So now for the meditation, first things first, our position, which is very good. State of mind, not bad. Of course, if you follow the meditational guidelines, of course, there are various postures, sort of guidelines or postures to follow. And if you follow that, it's helpful. But to some of us, it might not apply. You know, even if it doesn't apply, it doesn't mean that the meditation is not going to work. In fact, one can even meditate standing, one can even meditate while walking. Of course, to a point, one can meditate when we are most busy. The meditation, in this case, of this mindfulness, doesn't require for us to do anything. It's as simple as it gets, meaning that it doesn't require us to focus on a certain point or certain visualization, certain chanting. You know. All we have to do is just from the comfort of our posture, either with our eyes closed or half closed or completely closed, preferably half closed is the best. Then from there onwards we just focus on what we're doing, what our lungs doing, in a way, what our nostrils doing, and we just observe. We're just a spectator, nothing more, nothing less. traffic of inhale and exhale, nothing more. And you don't have to count also. If you wish to count, you can count also. The point here is you're not going to do anything else other than just observing or reading. So just one final thing, we don't have to sort of intervene our breathing in terms of the rhythm of our breathing. If we sense that it's breathing fast, we just let it be. After some time, it will take care of it itself. Anything, you just observe because it will just take care of itself. And of course, as a practitioner, then we can utilize it in an enlightened way, meaning that prior to the meditation, we can tell ourselves the motivation behind this meditation is for the benefit of all sentient beings. Right there and then, it's already enlightened meditation. During the rest of the meditation itself, then we just go about it as usual. Then we'll be able to basically get in touch with various aspects of meditation, where we slowly touch on what is known as the insight of the Vipassana, what is known as the practice of 7 branches. I'm sure most of you are aware of it. It's basically a practice where we accumulate merit, meaning that Bodhicitta, the enlightened mind, is very substantial, it's very valuable, it has a real weight, and so therefore, in order to somehow generate this, we must lay a very solid foundation. And that foundation is none other than comes in 2 folds, one merit and the other wisdom. And so therefore we must generate this in the form of paying respect and developing devotion to the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha.